Auto, Farm and Ranch. Kellogg Ewing Levitt can also provide you with professional and general liability bonds. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, going the extra mile for their clients, and they can do the same thing for you. Call Kellogg Ewing Levitt today to receive a no-obligation quote on your insurance needs. 522-4840. That's 522-4840. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, with offices located at 119 North 3rd Street here in Sterling.
Just make sure you let us know tonight when we do the last commercial and
With more than 30
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not according to Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 is 3. Because our personal free checking and personal free collections give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add it all, you get a free savings account.
Gymnasium, I'm Michael Murphy. It's time for Thursday Volleyball, the Sterling Tigers and an Eaton Reds. A big matchup, especially for the Sterling Tigers tonight. Sterling coming in 10-5 overall on the season. The Eaton Reds at 14-4. Eaton pretty much locking up a playoff position so far this year. The Tigers improving their spot for the postseason with a win tonight. Tigers came out on Tuesday night and played a horrible first set against Brush, and then somehow the switch got flipped, and the last 3 sets that the Tigers played on Tuesday night, some of the best volleyball that they've played all year. The pregame tonight is brought to you by Nelson Financial. You want to plan for your retirement? Just give Joel a call. Go down and talk to him there at 206 Main Street in Sterling. Better to plan and not need it than to need it and not have a plan. The Sterling Tigers in league this year are 3-3. They are even. The Eaton Reds 4-1 on the season so far, and doing very well in this conference are the Eaton Reds. Sterling Tigers dropping down into the Patriot League, and in doing so, some people thought they may have an easier go of it as they dropped into the 3A League. But the Patriot League, one of the toughest leagues in the state, and from this league, the past 6 years, a champion has been crowned at the state tournament out of the Patriot League. So this is going to be a great matchup tonight as the Sterling Tigers will come onto the court against these Eaton Reds. Sterling going to receive tonight, so the Reds will have the serve to start. And the Sterling Tigers, I talked to some of the girls before the match, and they said the same thing. They are looking for a performance like they had in the last 3 sets of Tuesday night. Coach Shoemaker also echoing that sentiment as I talked to her, and she had the same bewildered look that I did after the match on Thursday. I talked to her, or on Tuesday, and I talked to her. She said, what happened between set 1 and 2? And I said, I don't know, but we need to bottle that, as the Sterling Tigers just looked phenomenal in those final 3 sets against Brush on Tuesday night. The Eaton Reds, always a strong program as they come in with Gwen Forster as their head coach. Gwen coming over from Greeley West, and so the Greeley West Spartans losing a great coach, and the Reds picking her up. She's a asset for the Eaton Reds. The Sterling Tigers tonight, Coach Shoemaker has done a great job with the program here in Sterling. The Tigers finishing up their warm-ups. If you're watching on Chassa.tv or ColoradoPreps.tv, you also get us on YouTube.com. Big Time Small Town Production, glad to bring this to you. Don't forget, you can always get DVDs of any of these contests that we broadcast. You just need to go to www.bigtimesmalltown.com and order your DVDs of the volleyball tonight. Tomorrow night we'll be at Sterling High at Tiger Field, as the Sterling Tigers will be in action tomorrow night against Fort Lupton. And that is a big contest as far as postseason play for the Tigers, if they can start wicking their way back in here. They're on a winning streak right now, and won last week, won the week before against Valley. That was a big win. Then don't forget on Saturday, I will be broadcasting Sterling softball from Burlington as Sterling trying to fight their way into the postseason. A win against Ray at 12:15, and they'll find themselves in the postseason. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back for the first serve right after this. You're listening to this on 1230 KSTC, watching it on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. This is a big-time small-town production.
Get your DVD copies of the Adventures theme live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Lyko, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. Don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with the purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity like an iPhone presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says that you got tickets to the big game, can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Vero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Vero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Vero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Kellogg Ewing Levitt Insurance Group is your first and only stop for all of your insurance needs, including health, home, auto, farm and ranch. Kellogg Ewing Levitt can also provide you with professional and general liability bonds. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, going the extra mile for their clients, and they can do the same thing for you. Call Kellogg Ewing Levitt today to receive a no-obligation quote on your insurance needs. 522-4840. That's 522-4840. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, with offices located at 119 North 3rd Street here in Sterling.
Play sports. Our game is live baseball. We're not also here. That's why we have to rely on social
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports, offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Murphy, as the Sterling Lady Tigers get ready to take on the Fightin' Lady Reds in volleyball tonight here in Wally Post. As the starting lineups being announced, our pregame and starting lineups brought to you by Nelson Financial. Joel down there at Nelson Financial, 206 Main Street. The starting lineups tonight for the Sterling Tigers: number 2, Jamie Sheldon; number 3, Megan Smock, a 5'6" senior. Number 5, a 6'2" sophomore, Mackenzie Chrisman. The libero tonight, number 6, Alexis Bowler, a 5'2" junior. Number 8, Alex Masters, a 5'9" junior. Number 10, Tyler Chrisman, a 6-foot senior. And number 12, a 5'10" sophomore, Shayla Klein. And for the visiting Eaton Reds, number 3, Caden Rexis, is a 5'6" freshman. Number 4, the libero, Brittany Pierce, is a 5'7" junior. The 5'10" senior, Peyton Heltenberg, number 5. Number 6, Carly Dorland, a 5'9" sophomore. Number 7, Karen Sig, a 5'5" junior. Number 9, Emily Nail, a 5'7" junior. Number 10, Courtney Lockey, a 5'10" sophomore. Your starters for the Fighting Reds as they come in tonight. Sterling coming in 3-3 in conference. The Reds 4-1. They are a tough team, and they always are. And we're getting ready to start. The Sterling Tigers will receive. They will be going right to left on your radio dial or on your TV screen, your monitor. The Eaton Reds going from left to right. Both teams wearing white tonight. Tigers in white, trimmed in black and orange. The libero going to be in black. The Reds in white, trimmed in red. Libero in red. As we get ready to start, the officials making their way across to the far court. And R1 going up on the stand. The 2 line judges getting ready to take their position. R2 checking out the stand, making sure it's right. Then R2 will come across and check all the players in the book as we get ready to start tonight. It's Thursday night volleyball here in Sterling. Glad you're joining us on 1230 KSTC out of Sterling, Colorado. And appreciate your listenership. Appreciate our sponsors that put it on here in Sterling. Also, Chassa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv and on YouTube.com. As we get ready to start, the Reds will serve. Back to serve is going to be number 7, Karen Sig. As R2 down here, the down official, checking in. The libero comes in for Peyton Heltenberg on the back row. As we get ready to start things off, Brittany Pierce, the libero, in for the Reds. The serve across, popped up by the Tigers. Overpass, almost a point, and it's going to be. The overpass they did not expect it. Alex Masters, that's the only thing she could do to get it back across. The overpass went over the net. The Reds could not play it, and the Tigers will take the first point and take the serve. Back to serve will be the libero for the Tigers, Alexis Bowler. Bowler rifles one down the middle, popped up by Pierce, going to be back to the middle, and a free ball played across to the Tigers. Masters to the front, set to the near side, big swing by Reagan Wheeler, and Reagan Wheeler gets it to go. Her first kill of the night. Reagan had a nice match Tuesday against Brush. Alexis Bowler to serve, 2-0 Tigers on top. Bowler to the back row, popped up by Pierce, set, going to go to the outside, big swing on the outside from Lockey. Blocked by the Tigers and out. So the stuff block on the far side. Tyler Chrisman and Megan Smock on the far side. The Tigers take a quick 3-0 lead and appear to be playing like they did against Brush on Tuesday. Set outside again to Lockey. Off the block. Popped up by the Tigers. Comes to the middle. Tyler on a little slide. It's blocked. She pops it back up. Kinsey sets to the near side. Reagan Wheeler across to the far court. Popped up by Pierce. They're going to set Lockey back on the outside. Off the block, popped up by the Tigers. Going to come back to the outside on a bump set. Wheeler hits it into the net. The set was a little off, and Reagan couldn't adjust. First hitting here by the Tigers. They give the first point up to the Reds, 3-1, and Lockey will have the serve. Courtney Lockey is a 5'10" sophomore jump serve. Popped up nice by Wheeler. Going to get it back to Tyler. She tips it across. Popped up in the middle. Set. Going to come to the backside. Big swing. Nice job in the back row by Bowler to keep it up. Flat foot across on the 10-foot attack. Going to go to the outside. Tipped across. And a nice tip. And a nice athletic move by Caden Rexis. Caden got the nice tip across. Tigers unable to play it. 3-2. Tigers on top of the Reds here in set number 1. Courtney Lockie with a little jump serve down the middle. Nice pass by Wheeler. Set back to Wheeler. Tip down the middle. Got the line. Did she get it? Yes, she did. She comes line on the outside, on the near side line, and got it. Coach Foster not agreeing for the Reds. Tigers will take a 4-2 lead. And Megan Smock back to serve. Nice job by Reagan Wheeler. Popped up on the far side after a nice serve by Megan Smock. Free ball across. Tigers going to get the attack. Wheeler tipped and she tipped it into the antenna. So a 4-3 lead, Tigers by 1. Back to serve is Britt Pierce. Brittany Pierce is a 5'6". Oh, nice kill by Tyler Chrisman. She got it in the middle. It went off of Lockley, but Tyler Chrisman has a stuff block and a kill to start the night off. She'll give herself the serve. 5-3 Tigers on top. Serve to the back, pop by Pierce to the front. Set to the middle. Big swing up and down by Peyton Heltenberg. Nice job by Peyton. She got up big in the middle there over the block, and it cuts it back to 1 at 5-4. First kill of the night for Heltenberger. Back to serve now is Emily Nail. Nail with a jump serve from the far side. Popped up by Tyler Chrisman. Set by Smock in the middle and the free ball across by Masters. Attack by Lockie from the back row. Set going to come to the outside. Reagan Wheeler, big swing, stuffed down. Got it, was Peyton Heltenberg. And we're all tied at 5. Nice block by Heltenberg. Back to serve Emily Nail once again for the Reds. Jump serve down the middle, popped up by Tyler Chrisman. Smock set to the near side, tipped up by Masters. Nice job by Pierce to keep it alive. Goes to the far side, big swing, blocked down. Caden Rexis found Kinsey in the middle, and Kinsey said no thank you. Put it right back down to the court. Nice job by Kinsey. That'll send Reagan Wheeler back to the serve. Rifles one down the middle. Pass to the far side. They're going to have to free ball it across. No, Lockie, a big attack from behind the 10-foot line. Wide and deep. And the Tigers up by 2, 7-5. Wheeler serving from the near side of the court. Now down the middle. Popped up by Pierce. Going to set it to the outside. Big swing again by Heltenberg. She is playing that middle very well tonight. 2 kills and a stuff block by Heltenberg, the 5'9" senior. That'll turn the serve over to Caden Rexis. Tigers up by 1. Rexis ready to serve from the middle. Big toss, big jump serve, and 2 deep and out. Did not get the top spin on it. So Rexis with the service error turns it over to the Tigers. Alex Masters with a nice serve. Set, going to go to the near side. Blocked was Heltenberg. On that side was Shayla Klein, who just came into the game, along with Kinsey Chrisman. Shayla Klein sure had a nice night the other night at Brush. Pop to the front, bump set to the backside. Lockie going to have a long hit. Tyler Chrisman pops it to the front. Set by Smock to the near side. Shayla Klein off the block. Tipped across by Kinsey. Going to go to the near side. And Heltenberg on the slide gets it to go down. Nice attempt in the back row to get it, but Heltenberg showing that she's got the big arm for the Reds tonight. Tigers up 9-7, and she'll give herself the serve. Peyton Heltenberg, a 5'9" senior, back to serve. Going to jump serve it into the Tiger court. Popped up nicely. Going to come to the near side. Shayla Klein with the attempt. Nice little off-speed attempt right over the block and down. First kill of the night for Shayla Klein. She did a nice job the other night at Brush. That'll turn the serve over to Kinsey Chrisman. The right-hander rifles one down the far side. Popped up. Lockie going to get it back on the far side. Big hit by Lockie. Oh, nice job off the block. Tigers set it up. Coming to the near side. Klein again off the block. Popped up nicely, but not able to play it. Were the Reds. It was a nice job by Bailey Shoemaker to get down there and get it. The Tigers have a 4-point lead, their biggest lead of the set here in the first set, 11-7. Trying to get a big conference win here tonight against the Eaton Reds. Kinsey rifles one back row, popped up to the front. Shoemaker now set over the far side. Lockie off the block, popped up by Chrisman. Now going to be played across by Tyler on the free ball. Shoemaker set to the outside. Lockie, big swing. Got it! Lockie goes line and did a nice job down the far line. Courtney Lockie with her first kill of the night. Hard to believe as many swings as she's already put up. That'll turn the serve over to the setter, Karen Sigg. Floats one, comes back to Tyler, down the line. That is okay, I'm just going to say it. Tick, 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 boom, right there. That was almost a facial. That was impressive right there. Wow. Tyler Chrisman unleashed some dynamite right there. Alexis Bowler with the serve to the far side. Lockie with a bad pass off the net. Can they play it? Nope. Lockie's first pass on the receive into the net, and a timeout going to be called by the Eaton Reds as they trail by 5, 13-8 here in set number 1. Now look at the scoreboard, brought to you by your Associate Aflac representatives Bob Mullendor and Daryl McCormick. Get the protection you need to stay ahead of the game. Call 970-522-2309. The Aflac Duck setting over on the far sideline, just taking in the show tonight. As the Sterling Tigers up 13-8 here in set number 1. Big conference matchup tonight, as the Tigers only have a few games left here before the postseason begins. It's hard to believe that volleyball season almost over already, but it is. The first set also brought to you by Signal Graphics in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs, business cards, posters, flyers, any other signage for your business or event. Give Kelvin a call at 521-9000. And don't forget, it's corn harvest season out there, and Pete's Farmers Cooperative wants to help you out in any way they can with corn harvest. They're a one-stop shop for fuel and propane contracts. Also, 24-hour fuel fill-up whenever you travel through. See the Pete's Farmers Cooperative in Pete's. Alexis Bowler to serve for the Tigers, up by 5. Rifles one far side, popped up. Sig set, near side, tipped over. Nice job by Tyler to get to it. Oh, that was Alex Masters. Nice job, Alex. Go to the far side, Lockie. Big swing off the block. Masters back to the front. Tipped across and tipped up and over by Megan Smock. What a play. Going to go to the outside, Lockie again. Tip. Popped up by Kinsey. Bump set, near side. Tyler down the middle. Feathered to the back row to the front. Sig set over. Tipped by Reagan Wheeler. Popped up by the Reds. Sig get a back set to Lockie. Lockie down the line. Popped up. Nice job by Kinsey. Tipped over by Smock. Then back to the near side to Lockie on the far side. Off the block, and Lockie gets one to go. Nice rally by both squads. As Lockie gets the kill, unofficially her third on the night. She gives herself the serve. Courtney Lockie feathers one across. Tip going to go to the backside, right to the up official, to R1. He had the best play on it. I say you just slam it from there. Get the point. Cuts the lead to 3 at 13-10, a 2-point run here. Nice pass, nice set. Nope, they're going to call a lift on the set. And it's a 2-point lead at 13-11. Courtney Lockie, a little 3-point run here. Gets it to crawl over the net, give her the ace. And now a 1-point lead for the Tigers. All the momentum was in the Tigers' favor. And out of the timeout, the Eaton Reds have regained some momentum here. Lockie, and a rotation violation against the Tigers. With only a few games left in the season, you can't have a rotation violation. Just not possible. Tied at 13. Reagan Wheeler doesn't play it well, and into the student section go the players, and the Reds have taken the lead 14-13. First time in the set. Lockie has a 5-point run. The overpass right into, but out, as attempting to put it down was Emily Nail. Nope. What are they going to call? I think they're going to call Tigers in the net. A timeout going to be called by Sterling. 15-13, the Reds on top. They went on a great run. It was 13-8 just a few minutes ago. And a 7-point run put on by the Eaton Reds out of the timeout has put Eaton on top 15-13. Sterling Tigers, Lisa Shoemaker has him on the bench sitting down, giving him a rest and just talking to him calmly, just saying, hey guys, we got to get back to that confidence we had here in the first part of this set. And so they just got to get back to a little more confidence and playing inspired volleyball like they have earlier this week. Don't want to forget that you can always listen on Saturday mornings to the Saturday Morning Sports Show on 104.7 King FM. Marla from the training room at Total Access helps us better understand injuries, how they happen, how they occur, how you can try to prevent them, and how you can rehab them after they occur. Reds on top 15-13. Courtney Lockey to serve. Feathers one. Topped up. Come back to the near side. Reagan Wheeler goes far. No touch. Nope. And an 8-point run now for the Reds. 16-13 on by 3. Coming in, Sheldon going to come in and check in for Reagan Wheeler. Jamie Sheldon now on the front line. Popped up by Masters. Set across. Tip back by the Reds. Going to set to the near side. Back Lockey. Did she get the line? Yes, she did. Goes far corner. And Courtney Lockey has just been on fire. She has served for the last 9 points on a 9-point run for the Reds. Popped up by Masters. Set. Going to go backside slide. Tyler down the line. Popped up by Pierce. Lockey back towards the court. Off the basketball goal. And no good as they can't play it off the backboard. Tigers get a point. Cut it to 3. 17-14. Megan Smock back to serve for Sterling. Smock rifles one right into the net. We didn't see many service errors or hitting errors on Tuesday night. Saw a bunch of them a week ago at Platte Valley. 18-14 on top are the Reds. Pierce with the serve. Going to come back to the near side. Sheldon bumped up in the back row by Sig. Now a back row attack. Too deep and out. Barely. Courtney Lockey almost got that to catch the back line as she had the top spin on it. Tigers have cut it to 3 at 18-15 and send Tyler Chrisman back to serve. Tyler going to work from the middle of the court, and she serves it into the net. Back-to-back service errors by the Tigers. A 4-point lead for the Reds, 19-15. Serve coming across from Emily Nail on the jump serve. Popped up by Tyler. Set. Comes to the near side. Tip across and down by Kinsey Chrisman. Tipped it down the line. Kinsey's second kill of the night. Tigers cut it back to 3, 19-16. Checking in for the Reds is number 1, Bailey Shoemaker, and coming out, Emily Nail. Back to serve for the Tigers, number 2, Jamie Sheldon. A free ball played across back to Sterling. Popped up by Tyler, comes near side. Shayla Klein attempt is not going to be played. They got, Lockey got the first attempt at it and got it back off the floor, but they couldn't play it after that. Give Shayla Klein the kill. She's got 2 tonight. Sheldon to serve. Tigers have cut it to 2 at 19-17. Pierce can't get to it, and an ace by Sheldon. Nice job by Jamie back to serve again. Tigers have cut it back to 1 at 19-18. This is becoming a contest once again. Nice serve by Sheldon. Popped up by Shoemaker. Set to the far side. Heltenberg, did she get the line? No, she didn't. Peyton Heltenberg tried for the inside line and did not find it. Tigers have tied it at 19 on a nice run with Jamie Sheldon serving. Feathers this one across. Almost got the ace. Played up. And a nice job. Are they going to get a free ball across? They are. Tigers with the free ball. Set. Going to come back to the near side. Kinsey Chrisman hits it off the block and out of bounds. And it's a 20-19 lead for the Tigers. They get to 21st and a timeout called by the Eaton Reds. Coach for the Eaton Reds, Gwen Forster, says let's have a quick talk as the Tigers put on their own little 5-point run. They go on a 5-point run, take the lead 20-19, and are right back in this contest. This would be a huge win for the Sterling Tigers if they could get that here. The student body having fun tonight with a cheer, getting everybody involved as the cheerleaders move back to the far end. Coming out of the timeout, front row for the Tigers will be Shayla Klein, Mackenzie Chrisman, and Alex Masters serving. Jamie Sheldon also on the court, Tyler Chrisman and Megan Smock. Backline, Pierce going to pop it up. Set, going to go back to the near side, feathered across. Nice job by Masters, going to set it back to the middle. Kinsey Chrisman tipped across, picked up by Shoemaker. Sig set to the middle. Heltenberg blocked and down by Kinsey Chrisman. Nice job, Kinsey. Kinsey's got 3 stuff blocks and a couple of kills tonight in this first set. 21-19 blackjack for Sterling. Crawls the net and gets it to go over to Jamie Sheldon, a second ace for her tonight. 22-19 Tigers, 3 points away from taking set number 1. Feathers one across, popped up. Sig with a bump set, far side. Heltenberg, big swing, got it. Got it over the block and got it to come to the back line. Peyton Heltenberg with 4 kills and a stuff block here in set number 1. That'll turn the point and the serve over to the Reds. Rexis with the serve, popped up by the Tigers. Back set on the slide. Kinsey, did she get it? No, she didn't. Too deep and out. Cuts it back to a 1-point contest. 22-21. Tigers on top. Caden Rexis to serve, the freshman. Big toss, big swing. Popped up by Sheldon. Nice pass. Come to the set on the near side. Oh! Oh, baby! Shayla Klein. Wow, Shayla Klein brings some dynamite. Haven't seen that from her, but I've seen some good play, but that's probably the hardest hit she's had this year. Tigers 2 points away from closing out set number 1. Shoemaker, Sig going to set to the far side. Nice job by Sheldon off the Lockheed attempt. A flat-footed attempt from the back row by Tyler Chrisman goes into the net. Back to a 1-point lead for Sterling, 23-22. Back to the line, number 5, Peyton Heltenberg. The big swing from the right arm off the jump serve into the net. So a hitting error followed by a service error, and the Tigers find themselves at set point 24-22 with Kinsey Chrisman on the service line. The 6'2 sophomore feathers one across. Sig going to set to the far side. Lockheed, big swing. The block goes off the antenna, and they've cut it back to 1 at 24-23 and turn the serve over to the setter and captain Kara Sig. Karen Sig on the back line. Shoemaker comes out, replaced by the libero. Too deep and out. The Tigers are going to take set number 1. They take set number 1, 25-23. We'll be back after this. You're listening on 1230 KSTC, watching on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. This is a big-time small-town production.
Certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as VW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling
or call 522-5399.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Here at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that. Because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve a whole lot of fun. We'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank presence, free pay and more. And when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal, and that's free. So if you want to bring back your free, apply today. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling.
1230 KSDC out of Sterling, Colorado. And the Sterling Tigers take set number 1 over the Eaton Reds. A big, hard-fought contest back and forth with lead changes and big runs by both teams, but the Tigers hold them off and take set number 1 here at home, a big first crucial set as the Eaton Reds coming in here with a much better record, 14-4 on the season. They are a force to be reckoned with, but the Sterling Tigers have been playing inspired volleyball the last 3 sets at Brush on Tuesday and the first set here tonight. And coming out of the break, the Reds will be receiving. The Tigers serving. Going left to right are the Tigers. The Reds going right to left. Same starting lineups on the floor. The libero getting ready to check in for the Reds. And she's going to come in for number 5, Peyton Hiltonberg. On the back row is Britt Pierce. As we get ready to start set number 2. It'll be Kinsey Chrism to serve for the Tigers. Goes far line. Pierce going to pop it up. Sig set near side. Lockie, big swing. Boom! Courtney Lockie with a big swing. Courtney's got her 5th kill of the night as she went line. And nobody home. Reds up 1-0. Serve goes to the back line. Popped up by Sheldon. Set. Far side. Tyler Chrisman into the block. Pop back up by Alex Masters. Played on the free ball. Sig going to set to the near side. Lockie, big swing off the block and down. 2 in a row for Courtney Lockie. So Courtney Lockie coming out of this break into the second set with determination. Sheldon set to the front. And off the block, Lockie gets the block. She's on fire. Courtney Lockie, a couple kills and a stuff block to start the second set. 3-0, Reds on top, and then a service there. Tigers will take it as the setter Karen Sig with the service there will turn the point and the serve over to the Tigers, and Shayla Klein going to serve for the first time tonight. Tigers trailing by 2. Klein down the middle to the back row, popped up, come to set by Sig to the far side, tipped across and down. Nice job by Emily Nail on the tip kill. Tigers standing around in the fire circle singing Kumbaya. Nobody could get to it. Served by Lockie. Feathered across, and a rotation violation again on the Sterling Tigers by a starting squad that has been together all year. It's just, you can't believe that it's happening, but it did. 5-1, Reds on top. Lockie to serve. Feathered. Popped up. Overpass. Right into the swing of Carly Dorland. Carly Doran for her first kill. And the Tigers need to flip that switch back. Lockie goes back. Ace. Nobody home. Got to get a timeout. There it is right there, the timeout coming as the Sterling Tigers just look discombobulated coming into set number 2. They're down 7-1 quickly. This is what they look like at the first set against Brush on Tuesday night. The set number 2 brought to you by Signal Graphics in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs, business cards, posters, flyers, or any other signage for your business or event. Give Kelvin a call, 970-521-9000. Tigers trailing 7-1 here in set number 2, and that look at the scoreboard brought to you by your local Associate Aflac representatives Bob Mollendor and Daryl McCormick. Get to know Quack about Aflac, 522-2309. The Aflac Duck has moved over here right beside us. Think he's giving Roger a back rub. So out of the timeout, Courtney Lockey still serving, and the Tigers down by 6, 7-1. See if they can get some momentum coming out of the timeout. Lockey feathers one across, popped up by Masters, going to go set to the far side, and the attempt down by Reagan, popped back up, and the free ball popped across, tipped across, and not able to do it. Tyler Chrisman tried to tip it over her head and into the net, and now a big run comes a huge run, 8-1. Reds on top here in set number 2. Tigers have the first set in their pocket. Lockey, big serve this time. Reagan going to be called for a lift. And a 9-1. The last time Lockey served, she served 9 points. She served 4 so far now. Feathers one short, popped up by Kinsey. Set to the far side. Reagan Wheeler off the block, tipped up, going to come back to the back side. Heltenberg on the attempt, blocked up by the Tigers. Wheeler off the block. Lockey to the middle, big swing and a tough block put down by Tyler Chrisman. That's what the Tigers need. They need some momentum. Got to get something back as they cut the lead to 7. That's what I said, 7. 9-2, the Reds on top in set 2. Big serve to the back. Pierce comes to the near side. Back row attack by Lockey and got it. Nobody home. Lockey is a player, I'm telling you what. She came to play tonight. She's got 7 kills already, a couple of aces on a stuff block. Pierce on the serve for the Reds goes far line, popped up by Masters. Going to go to the far back to Masters, and she gets it down off the kill. Nice job, Alex Masters, her first kill of the night. That'll turn the serve over to Tyler Chrisman. Tigers down 7. And the Tigers just do not look like they are up here in set number 2. Just can't get things to go. Back to an 8-point lead for the Reds. And Emily nailed the serve. Tigers trying to get something to go here. Come to the near side. The attack down the line. Nice job by Smock. Going to go far side. Reagan Wheeler down to the back line. Popped up by Lockey. Pierce going to pop it up. Free ball back across. Set. Going to go back to the middle. Kinsey Chrisman goes down the middle. It was touched. Yes, it was. Nice call by the officials. They got that. Tigers cut it back to 7 at 11-4. And back to serve will be Reagan Wheeler, as the Tigers need to find some way to claw their way back in here. Go back line and a missed pass. Give her the ace. Bailey Shoemaker couldn't contain her pass, and Reagan Wheeler with the ace. Tigers have cut it to 6, closest they've been in a while. Wheeler served down the middle, popped up to the front. Sig set to the near side. Hiltonberg goes far side, misses the line. Peyton Hiltonberg tried for the far line, just didn't get it. Reagan Wheeler has served. Tigers have cut it to 5. Pierce pops it to the front. Sig, back set. Attempt from the far line, popped up, and then by the Tigers, they can't play it off the net. Megan Smock got to it, put it into the net. Alex Masters tried to play it off the net. Unable to do so. Back to a 6-point lead at 12-6 as Sheldon going to check in on the back row, and Caden Rexis to serve for the Eaton Reds. Rexis, big toss, big swing right into the net. Her second service there. She is a freshman, so things will come with time. Back row, Pierce going to pop it to the near side, and there she goes again. Courtney Lockie has just been on fire here in set number 2. Been playing well all night, but set number 2 has really come alive. She's got 9 kills in 2 sets. Peyton Heltenberg to serve for the Reds down the middle. Tyler Chrisman with the pass. Set goes to the far side. Shayla Klein comes near line. Popped up by the Reds. Comes near side. Lockie again. This time a hitting error. She didn't get her body squared. The first hitting error of the night for Lockie. 9 kills. And the serve going over to Kinsey Chrisman, and the Tigers down by 5. Down the far side, Pierce pushes it to the front, tipped over, and a nice job on Karen Sig's part to the pass to her was too far away. She just stuck her hand up, tipped it across, and gets the kill. Back to a 6-point lead at 14-8, and she'll take the serve. Sig feathers one down the middle. Kinsey Chrisman with the pass. Set goes far side. Big swing, got the line. Nice job on the far side by Tyler Chrisman as she went line. Tyler's got 3 kills, a couple of stuff blocks tonight. And Shayla Klein will have the serve. Shayla, the sophomore, feathers one near side. Set going to come back to the near side. Lockie popped up in the back row off the ceiling, and the Tigers going to free ball it across, but throw it too hard as Reagan Wheeler just put too many Wheaties into that one. That all comes off the Lockie hit, though. She is on fire, gives herself the serve. Every time she served at least 4 points. Down the middle, popped up by Master. Set, far side, Reagan Wheeler off the block. And she's not going to serve 4 here. Not going to serve 4 here as Reagan Wheeler gets the kill off of 3 Reds. And that's a blessing for the Tigers right there to get Lockie off the service line. 15-10. Tigers down by 5. Megan Smock with a nice serve. Popped up. Going to come to the back of the outside. Heltenberg blocked down. Reagan Wheeler and Tyler Chrisman on the far post put it back down, and the Tigers are as close as they've been in a long time at 4. 15-11. Megan Smock with the serve. Feathers this one. Give her the ace. Exactly what she wanted to do, and timeout by the Reds. They see their lead slipping away, and they want to talk about it. They're up 15-12, 3-point lead. Coach Forster wants to talk things over as the Sterling Tigers trying to fight their way back. The Pete's Farmers Cooperative, hey guys, it's corn harvest season. You know that out there. The Pete's Farmers Cooperative wants to help you in any way they can. They're extremely proud of their new corn facility right there in Iliff, and it serves all of northeast Colorado. The Tigers have fought their way back into this, trailing by as much as 7, now to 3 at 15-12. And that look at the scoreboard brought to you by your local Associate Aflac representatives Bob Mollender and Daryl McCormick. Get to know Quack about Aflac at 522-2309. Wow, Duck sounds sick. Not sure what's going on with him. So Megan Smock ready to serve. She's been doing well. 12-15. Pierce pops it to the front. Sig set to the near side. Attempt down off the block by Caden Rexis. Her first kill of the night. And back to a 4-point lead. That'll send the serve back to Britt Pierce. Pierce, I thought she had a great serve, and it catches the cord and comes down. So a service there on Britt Pierce. I thought she had a great serve going. That'll turn the serve back over to Tyler Chrisman. Feathers one far corner, popped up by Pierce. Back row attack, or a free ball put across by Rexis. Set, going to come to the backside, off the block, popped up, nice job by Tyler. Far side, Reagan Wheeler with the attack to the near side. Rexis to the middle. Sig, set back to Rexis. Goes too deep and out. That point set up by a great dig by Tyler Chrisman, laying out and getting the ball back into play. And the Sterling Tigers have cut it to 2 at 16-14, and Tyler will give herself the serve again. Tyler with a nice serve, popped up by Rexis. Set, back to the middle. Lockie, big swing. Oh, almost got to it. Did the libero Alexis Bowler, but not able to, and give Lockie another kill. Courtney Lockie, the 5'10 sophomore. A sophomore. She is playing very well. 2 more years she has to perfect her science before she goes on to the next level. Set going to go to the inside. Alex Masters popped up by Lockie. Sig with a bump set. Rexis tips it across. Masters tip back across. Heltenberg pops it up. Comes back to the middle. Lockie with a feathered tip. Popped up by Masters. Set. Back to the middle. Kinsey Chrisman back line. Did she get it? No. Just missed it. It was close. Good call by the official, it appeared from here. But that was really close. Back to a 4-point lead by the Reds. 18-14. Serve going to come from Emily Nail. Nail down the middle, too deep and out. Checking back in for the Reds is going to be Bailey Shoemaker. And checking out Emily Nail. Back to serve for the Tigers, Reagan Wheeler. Tigers trailing by 3, 18-15. Nice serve by Wheeler, popped up in the back line. Sig set to the middle, big swing by Heltenberg, blocked and down. She got it off the block and out of bounds. Nice job by Heltenberg. Give her a handful tonight, 5 kills for Heltenberg. And back to a 4-point lead. Tigers can't break this into a 2-point lead. They've got as close as 3. Caden Rexis, the freshman, going to serve across, popped up by Smock. Back to the far side, Shayla Klein with the attempt. Pierce with the pass to the near side. And guess who got it? Yeah, Lockie, you're right, the sophomore. Courtney Lockie, the sophomore, came to play tonight. She's got 10. 10 kills in 2 sets, 20-15, first one to 20 here in set number 2. The Reds. Did she get the line? Yes, she did. The jump serve to the far line, and blackjack off the ace. Get the ace on the table and the blackjack on the scoreboard. The Reds up 21-15 as a timeout going to be called by the Tigers here in set number 2 off a great serve from Caden Rexis. There's a reason they're 14-4. They are a good squad. The Tigers going to have to play some of their best volleyball tonight to win this match, and definitely did not show that at the start of set number 2 as they got down 7-1 early and have had a hard time fighting back into this. They trail by 6 now, 21-15, as a timeout called by the Tigers. Want to make sure you know that you can order a DVD of tonight's contest that we are recording here in Wally Post Gym. Just get online to www.bigtimesmalltown.com. Big Time Small Town Media is a group of local broadcasters proud to bring you the big time to the small town. Caden Rexis, the freshman, ready to serve. Tigers back on the court. She left the court with an ace the last time she served. Pops one across, popped up by Sheldon, tipped across by Chrisman, come to the near side. Lockie off the block, popped up by Pierce, come back to Lockie, and a miss hit. One of the rare miss hits she's had tonight. She's not miss hit much, but that one there the Tigers will take, 21-16. Masters with the serve, give her an ace. Alex Masters with the ace. Tigers with 5 aces so far in the first 2 sets. Masters down the middle, pop to the front. Sig tipped across, and a nice job by Sig, the setter, to jump up and tip it across. Tyler Chrisman unable to dive and make the dig. Back to a 5-point lead at 22-17. Checking in on the front row, Carly Dorland for the Reds, and the serve turned over to Peyton Heltenberg. Too deep and out. Just missed the back line. Four-point lead, 22-18. Kinsey Chrisman to serve for the Tigers. Kinsey, the big right hand down the middle. Back row Sig sets to the near side. Guess who? Guess who? I'll give you a guess. It's Courtney Lockie. The outside hitter got the line as she went down the line, found the corner. And back to a 5-point lead, 23-18. Popped up, a flat-footed attempt by Masters, dug up by Pierce. Sig with a set to the near side. Off the block and out, Courtney Lockie. I have said that name way too many times tonight. If you're a Tiger fan. Got her for 12 and give the ace to Karen Sig. And the Tigers lose set number 2, 25-18. We'll be back for set number 3. Well, right after this, you're listening to 1230 KSTC, watching on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. This is a big-time small-town production.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, there is no purchase as is. Every vehicle on the lot comes with a complete warranty. For your convenience of shopping, Erdl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Kellogg Ewing Levitt Insurance Group is your first and only stop for all of your insurance needs, including health, home, auto, farm and ranch. Kellogg Ewing Levitt can also provide you with professional and general liability bonds. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, going the extra mile for their clients, and they can do the same thing for you. Call Kellogg Ewing Levitt today to receive a no-obligation quote on your insurance needs. 522-4840. That's 522-4840. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, with offices located at 119 North 3rd Street here in Sterling.
Playing sports our daily life baseball. We're not all prepared for online. That's why we have to rely on
With more than 30...
And welcome back to set number 3. One set apiece as the Sterling Tigers played very well in set number 1. Came out real slow in set number 2, and the Eaton Reds took advantage of that right away and held on to win set number 2, 25-18. This, I believe, in matches like this, the most crucial set right here. So we go into set number 3. The Sterling Tigers will be receiving in set number 3. They will be going right to left on your radio dial or on your video screen. The Eaton Reds left to right, and they will send Karen Sig to the service line, the setter and captain. One set apiece. And the player of the night for either squad has been Courtney Lockie, the 5'10 sophomore. Also a captain for the Reds. First serve, a service error. As Karen Sig hits it into the net, the Tigers will take the first point. And checking in on the back line as Alexis Bowler, and Alexis will serve. First for the Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Bowler rifles one down the middle, popped up, back by Rexis, and a free ball played across. No! They didn't communicate. Pierce was going to play it. Rexis was going to play it. Nobody played it. Tigers up 2-0. All set up by a great serve by Alexis Bowler. Bowler goes back to the back line, popped up by Lockie. She'll get it back on the far post. Too deep and out. Nobody got to it. Alexis Bowler dove but could not get to it. A good thing because it was out. One of the rare mishits by Lockie. Bowler serving up 3-0 of the Tigers. Pierce pops one to the front. Sig set far side. Lockie. She didn't miss that one down the line. Boom goes the dynamite. And Lockie has just been a powerhouse tonight. I've got her unofficially for 13 kills tonight. Lockie with the serve, feathers one, and again a rotation error on the Tigers. That's 3 in one match. Just amazing. 3-2, Tigers on top by 1. Masters to the front, set across by Megan Smock. Sig set. Far side attempt by Rexis, down off the block, and we're tied at 3. Caden Rexis with a big kill. Every time but one tonight, Lockie has served for 4 points at least when she was on the serve. And right there's the 4th one as she gets the ace. 4-3, Reds take the lead. When she started serving, they were down 3-0. Another short serve popped up to the front. Set comes near side. Reagan Wheeler off the block and out. Ties it up at 4. Nice job by Reagan. She's got a couple of kills and an ace tonight. Turns the serve over to Megan Smock for the Tigers. Smock rifles one right into the net. 2 service errors tonight for Megan Smock. She does have an ace. Pierce with the serve for the Reds, popped up back line by Masters. Set back to the middle, tipped across by Tyler Chrisman, popped up by Pierce. Sig set near side. Heltenberg back to the back line, popped up by Kinsey. And unable to play it, Kinsey got it too close to the net. Smock tried to tip it over. She did stay out of the net, but the tip went out of bounds. 6-4. Reds on top by 2. That'll send Britt Pierce back to serve. Popped up by Kinsey. Tip, back set. Tyler, nice job by Lockie to keep it alive and a free ball across. Going to come to the near side, tipped across and back down right into the Emily Nail tip, and she put it down, won the joust at the net. And a 7-4 lead for the Reds here in set number 3. 1 set apiece. Pierce with a serve back line. Popped up. Set to the near side. Reagan Wheeler pops it across. Pierce to the front. Sig set back to the back line. Heltenberg down line and goes in. Oh, that was Emily Nail. I'm sorry. Number 9, Emily Nail, comes line and got it. Give her the kill. She's got 3 on the night. A 4-point lead. What was a 3-0 lead has disappeared. 8-4 Reds on top. Back set, too far away. Tyler Chrisman could not get to it, and now a 5-point lead, 9-4. Just mental errors right now by the Tigers. They are just not playing inspired volleyball. Nice serve off the scoreboard. Reagan Wheeler stuff block popped up. And 10-4, the 6-point lead. Tigers take a timeout. They came out and played well for the first 3 points, took a 3-point lead, and it has been a 10-1 run since then by the Eaton Reds, showing why they're 14-4 and 4-1 in conference. Set number 3 brought to you by Nelson Financial. You want to plan for retirement? Visit with Joel at Nelson Financial, 206 Main Street in Sterling. Better to plan and not need it than to need it and not have a plan. Pete's Farmers Cooperative wants to remind you that during corn harvest, they are there for you. They also have pet foods, tires, oil service, and 24-hour fuel whenever you travel through Pete's. See the Pete's Farmers Cooperative. The Tigers trailing 10-4 as they come out of the timeout here in set 3 with one set apiece. And that look at the scoreboard brought to you by our local associate Aflac representatives, Bob Mullender and Daryl McCormick. Hurt or sick? Don't just sit there and take it. Give them a call, 970-522-2309. Aflac Duck now sitting on one of the scoreboards up there. Has a great view. Out of the timeout, and ace as they serve to the back line and unable to play that. In the back line was number 1, Shaylin Burkholder, I believe. 11-4. Nice pass that time. Going to set to the near side. Reagan Wheeler tools one down and dug up by Heltenberg. Comes back. Tyler Chrisman, big swing, and boom goes the dynamite. Tyler with a big swing, boom. Kinsey Chrisman going to check back in for Burkholder on the front line. And Tyler Chrisman to serve. Tigers trailing by 6. Popped up by Lockie. Back to Heltenberg. Off the net and out. So a hitting error on number 5, Peyton Heltenberg. Tigers have cut it back to 5 at 11-6. Tyler Chrisman to serve. Tyler goes far down the middle. Popped up by Lockie. Set far side. Rex's. Nice job by Bowler in the back line. Tip by Reagan. Lockie going to save it in the back line. Set by Sig to the far side and a free ball across to the Tigers. Pop to the front. Megan Smock tips it and sets it right up for Peyton Heltenberg, and she goes up and puts it down. Right into her radar. 12-6, Tigers down by 6. Popped up by Tyler. Set comes back to the far side on the slide. Reagan Wheeler off the block and out. Nice job by Reagan. Substitutions coming back in. Shayla Klein back on the front line as she comes in for Alexis Bowler, also coming into the game for the Eaton Reds. Bailey Shoemaker checking back into the line. She tips that one to the front. Tipped across. Nice job by Tyler to keep it up. Goes to the far side. Alex Masters flat foot. Lockie to the backside. Now back to Rex's. Tipped across and stuffed down by Alex Masters on the outside. Nice job, Alex Masters with the stuff block. Tigers have cut it to 4 at 12-8. Reagan Wheeler to serve. Feathers one that doesn't even get to the front line. Tigers inconsistent here in the last couple sets. Down 5, 13-8. Jamie Sheldon going to check in on the back line for the Tigers. And the serve turned over to the freshman, Caden Rexis. We know she has a big toss and a big serve. Nice job by Sheldon on the pass. Come to the far side. Shayla Klein with a big hit. And into the net was number 5, Peyton Heltenberg. So you can't give her the kill. But Shayla Klein with a big hit that set that up. Off the serve, Heltenberg goes line, and off of Tyler Chrisman and out. Tyler tried to play it. Big swing, though, by Peyton Heltenberg. She'll come out, and checking in for her to serve is going to be number 2, Carly Garland. 14-9, Reds by 5. Here in set number 3, a set apiece are Sterling and Eaton. Set back to the near side, Shayla Klein. And into the net with Shayla Klein. The set was just too close to the net. Back to a 6-point margin, 15-9. Garland will serve once again. That got the back line. They said it was out, but they did not see it correctly, as that was just in by about a foot. So an ace by Garland. puts the Eaton Reds on top by 7 here in set number 3. That called out again, and it dropped same place. So 2 aces in a row by Carly Garland. Got the top spin, and it drops right at the end. And it's 17-9, Tigers trailing by 8. Nice serve overpass, gets over to the Reds, popped back across. Shayla Klein goes far line, popped up back line by Rexis. Go now to the outside to the big hitter, and she gets another one. Courtney Lockey again comes through. That's 14 unofficially on my tally as the Tigers take a timeout as the Reds have doubled them up 18-9 here in set number 3. 1 set apiece. I talked about this being a critical set. It always is. If you can take that third set and go up 2-1, your percentages are just so much increased on getting the match. Want to remind you that the 104.7 King FM, our sister station, has the Saturday morning sports show every Saturday morning. Ben Blacka and Ken McDowell and their guests that they have come visit them every Saturday morning. You always want to see, you always want to listen to the injury access report. Marla from the training room at Total Access will help you understand injuries, how they occur, how you can try and keep from getting them, and how you can rehab an injury if you do have one. Out of the timeout, the starting lineup on the court for the Tigers. The serve coming across from Carly Garland. Popped up by Sheldon. Set, comes near side. Shayla Klein dug in the back row and into the net was number 7, Karen Sigg. They got her in the net. Tigers going to get the point. Turn the serve over to Mackenzie Chrisman. Sorry about that. Pierce back to the front. Sigg sets one over. Shayla Klein plays it back across. Sigg back set. Courtney Lockey off the block. Popped up by Sheldon back row. Comes to Shayla Klein, and she hits it into the net. So Shayla with a miss hit. Back to a 9-point lead. Checking back into the game for the Reds, number 9, Emily Nail. Karen Sigg, the setter to serve for the Eaton Reds. Down the middle, popped up by Sheldon. Set comes to the near side. And Tyler Chrisman tools one off the block. Nice job, Tyler. Tyler unofficially with a handful and a couple of stuff blocks. Coming in for Shayla Klein is Reagan Wheeler on the front line. And in for Jamie Sheldon, Alexis Bowler to serve, and she serves it right into the net. Just inconsistent play by the Tigers that they did not show on Tuesday night in those final 3 sets. The hitting errors, the service errors, the unforced errors, and Lockey back at the service line. She has been a tear tonight. Off the block, played by the Tigers, flat foot. Lockey with a big dig in the back row. Pierce pops it up. The attack down the middle, pop to the front, and into the net were the Tigers. That was all set up by Lockey, laying completely out and getting the dig on the back line. And Blackjack on the board for the Reds, 21-11. A 10-point margin here in set number 3. Lockey to serve, floats one. Going to come to the near side. Big swing by Jamie Sheldon through the block and down. Thought maybe Jamie had got into the net, but it wasn't called. So Jamie going to come in. Reagan Wheeler going to check in on the front line. And it was called in the net. All right, 22-11. Lockey to serve. Going to come back to the middle. Tyler Chrisman brings one. Nice job, Tyler. Timeout, not sure what we're going to have, but Wally going to come over. I think there's somebody in the crowd that they're going to talk about. I'm not sure. R2 is going to talk to the administrator here about something that needs to change, and I'm not sure what it is. But we'll find out. We'll return to play with a 10-point margin for the Eaton Reds, 22-12. Apparently somebody getting talked to in the crowd. Set going to go to the far side, or the near side, I'm sorry, off the block and down. Emily Nail with the kill. 23-12, and the Eaton Reds have dominated this third set. Pierce to serve the libero for Eaton. Barely gets over the net. Come to the near side. Alex Masters with the attack, blocked. Smock going to set back to the near side. Reagan Wheeler stuff blocked in the middle by Peyton Hiltenberg. And it's set point, 24-12. Britt Pierce, the libero, serving at set point, 24-12. Tipped across and back by Reagan. Going to set to the far side. Attempt by Rex is tipped in and good. The Tigers going to lose set number 3, 25-12. And we'll be back for set number 4 right after this. You're listening to 1230 KSTC. You're watching Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. This is a big-time small-town production.
Years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source. Kellogg Ewing Levitt Insurance Group is your first and only stop for all of your insurance needs, including health, home, auto, farm and ranch. Kellogg Ewing Levitt can also provide you with professional and general liability bonds. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, going the extra mile for their clients, and they can do the same thing for you. Call Kellogg Ewing Levitt today to receive a no-obligation quote on your insurance needs. 522-4840. That's 522-4840. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, with offices located at 119 North 3rd Street here in Sterling.
Whether you need an operating loan, real estate mortgage, equipment loan, or need capital for expansion, Premier Farm Credit has the loan products to meet your agricultural financing needs. Loan decisions are made locally by experienced professional lenders who understand agriculture. We invite you to compare your loan to a Premier Farm Credit loan. We're confident that you'll find our products, price, and value to be the best in the marketplace. Call me, Ryan Rasmussen, at 522-2330 for all your ag financing needs. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. For one
Two sets to one, the Eaton Reds on top of the Sterling Tigers as they flip sides again. Sterling will be going left to right, the Eaton Reds right to left. Here in set number 4, the Tigers with the serve here in set number 4. Probably going to be Kinsey Chrisman, I would think. Yes, it is. The Tigers played pretty well in set number 1 and took set number 1. But have not looked like the Sterling Tigers that we saw on Tuesday night in set number 2 and set number 3. Kinsey Chrisman to start the serve here in set 4 and serves it into the net. Rexis with the serve going to the far side. right in the overpass, right back into the net was number 10. They call her in the net, pushing it over the top of the net. One of the only mistakes she's made all night, and I'm not sure she made that one, but we're going to say she did. Tied at 1. Shayla Klein with the serve. Lockie going to get it back on the outside. Big swing. Nice job by Klein to get it back up for the Tigers. And a free ball played across back to the Reds. Set going to come to Lockie again. Big swing. Nice job by Klein again in the back row and tipped across by Tyler Chrisman. Back to Lockie. Tipped this time. Popped up by Megan Smocker. They're going to play it across. Nope, they can't. Nice attempt by the Tigers. When she gets the set, Courtney Lockie makes you pay. She'll give herself the serve up 2-1. And an ace. I don't have enough paper to write down all of her attributes in this contest. She's playing very well as a sophomore. Deep popped up. Nope, give her a second ace. 2 aces in a row. She's got 5 aces in 3 sets. Going into the 4th set here, 5 aces. Hard, give her, I'm sorry, she's got 6 aces. I just didn't quite count it right, because she gets another one right there. 5-1, Tigers trailing. Finally, a service error. She hits one into the net. That'll send Megan Smock back to the service line for the Tigers, trailing 5-2 here in set number 4. And give her one as an unforced error by Courtney Lockie. She should have let it go out, and she didn't. And give Megan Smock the ace. Her second of the night. Popped up by Pierce. Going to be set by Sig to the far side. And Nail going to get it across. Nice block by Tyler Chrisman. Karen Sig tried to sneak one across quickly, and Tyler said, I don't think so. Back to a 1-point lead, 5-4. Megan Smock serving. Nice serve. Pierce going to make a nice dig in the back row, and Rexis with the kill. Nice job by Caden Rexis. She's got 3 kills on the night. Back to a 2-point lead in the libero. Britt Pierce to serve for the Eaton Reds. Rifles one far side, popped up by the Tigers. Go back and a free ball over to the Reds. Set going to come to the backside into the middle. Up big, no block. Peyton Heltenberg went over the block, barely past the 10-foot line, and put it down with authority. 3-point advantage for the Reds at 7-4. And a service error by Pierce cut the lead to 2, and Tyler Chrisman for the Sterling Tigers to serve, trailing by 2. Tyler gets one to crawl the net, and nice job by the Reds to get that play over. Tip by Masters, and then the joust one at the net by Peyton Heltenberg. Back to a 3-point advantage at 8-5. And Emily Nail to serve for Eaton. Nail with the jump serve. Goes far side, popped up by Bowler. Back set. Sheldon off the block and into the net. Number 3, Caden Rexis gets the call. Tigers have cut it to 2 now. 6'8" coming in for Emily Nail is number 1, Bailey Shoemaker on the back line. And Jamie Sheldon to serve, Tigers trailing by 2. Sheldon goes back line, pop to the front. Set, comes near side. Heltenberg takes one off the block and down. Heltenberg and Courtney Lockie, the 2 big swingers tonight for the Eaton Reds. And the freshman, Caden Rexis, back to serve. You know, he has a big tall toss, and she has a big jump serve. Just crawls over the net. Nice job by Tyler on the back row. Off the block, Klein going to get it back. Going to go to the far side. Back row attack. Tyler Chrisman did not. She had a miss hit. Just did not get lined up. Hit it into the net. And it's a 4-point deficit for the Tigers. The Reds on top 10-6. Rexus to serve again. Big toss, big hit, and got it. Ooh, that looked like it was in. It was called out. Definitely looked like it found the back line, but the Tigers will take it. 10-7, 3-point lead. Heltenberg attempt. Megan Smock with a tip across. Heltenberg in a bump set near side. Lockie dug in the back row. A nice job by Sheldon. Tipped across. Sig sets near side. Lockie off the block and down. And unofficially, I've got 15 kills for Courtney Lockie on the night. Carly Garland in to serve for the Reds. She's got a couple of aces on the night. Goes down the middle. Sheldon with a nice pass. Back set. Tipped across by Smock. Set back to the front row. And the almost flat-footed attempt by Lockie. And Kinsey Chrisman going to be blocked at the net by Lockie. Five-point lead, 12-7. Carly Garland to serve. Goes far corner. Misplayed by Tyler Chrisman. They get it back to the middle. Megan Smock free ball across. Set to the near side. Lockie. Boom. Goes the dynamite. That's 16 kills tonight for Lockie unofficially. 6-point lead. Reds showing you why they're 14-4 on the season. Shayla Klein to the near side. Popped up by Garland. Come near side. Lockie this time missed the line. Tigers cut the lead to 5 at 8-13, 13-8. Kinsey Chrisman back to serve for Sterling. Rifles 1, 2 deep and out. So we get the point, and then we have a service error. Checking in for the Tigers, number 1, Shaylin Burkholder, as she's going to come in for Kinsey Chrisman. Back to serve for the Reds, Karen Sig, the setter. Down the middle, popped up, nice job, nice pass by Alex Masters. Back, Shayla Klein goes down the middle. Nice job by the Reds. Feathered across this time by Lockie, and the Tigers going to go to Shayla Klein on the outside. Popped up by the Reds, played off the net, and popped across by Pierce. Nice job by the Reds to keep it alive. Megan Smock tries to play it on the overpass and cannot get it across, and a timeout called by the Tigers. 15-8. They trail by 7 here in set number 4. 2-1. The Reds lead here at Wally Post. In this timeout, we want to make sure that you remember to order a DVD of tonight's contest. Very simple. You just go online, go to www.bigtimesmalltown.com. You can order DVDs of tonight's contest. If you're sitting out there at home watching this on Chassa.tv or ColoradoPreps.tv or YouTube, just go on to bigtimesmalltown.com and order a DVD of tonight's contest. You can order a whole set of DVDs. If that's something you'd like to do, it would be a great present for the athlete in your family for Christmas, for the holidays coming up, for a graduation present. Go on to bigtimesmalltown.com. Out of the timeout, Karen Sig to serve for the Eaton Reds as they have pushed their lead up to 7 at 15-8 here in set number 3. Sterling come out and battled well in set number 1, won 25-23. But then the last 2 sets taken by the Reds. And an ace out of the timeout by Karen Sig. The Reds doubling up the Tigers now, 16-8. Masters with the overpass right into the radar of Courtney Lockie, and she knows what to do with that as she puts it down. That's 16 unofficially for the night for Courtney Lockie. Karen Sigel serve coming in for the Tigers is Sheldon. She pops one, going to set it to the backside. Shayla Klein off the block and down. Shayla Klein gets one to go. And she'll give herself the serve. Checking back on the front line for the Tigers, Reagan Wheeler, as Jamie Sheldon takes the seat. Klein serve down the middle. Going to be passed to the front. Set goes far side. Big swing by Nail. Too deep and out. Emily Nail with the hitting error, and the Tigers have cut it to 7 at 17-10. Shayla Klein with another serve for the Tigers. The right-hander puts one down the middle. Popped up by Pierce, the libero. Tipped across, and the joust eventually won by the Reds. Goes back to the Tigers, and a free ball, flat foot attack from the back line by the Tigers. Right into the radar of Courtney, and they're going to save it this time. Nice job by the Tigers. Free ball, nope. And Megan Smock puts one into the net on the free ball. Back to an 8-point lead, and guess who's going to the service line? Courtney Lockey. Every time she's been at the service line, she has been a Tiger killer. Popped up, nice job by Burkholder. Going to come to the near side. Tyler Chrisman popped up by Lockey, no lift. Good call. Tyler Chrisman with a kill, and it stops the serve of Lockey. Arguing the call is she's asking for what happened. They're not getting anywhere with the argument. Megan Smock with the serve. Set going to come to the near side. Rexis with a big attack, but too deep and out. Tigers have crawled back into within 6. The S2 down, R2 down here on the scorebook, trying to find out something in the rotation, I believe. 18-12 Tigers trailing by 6. Not sure what the discussion is. We did find out that earlier when the down official talked to the administration here, there were some high school kids down here that were talking to the players on the floor, and she just wanted that to stop. Serve comes across, popped up by Rexis. Now Lockey comes back. Rexis with the back row attack, popped up by the Tigers. Bowler going to bump set to the far side. Reagan Wheeler tipped across, then comes back to the near side. Tyler Chrisman off the block, and 4 hits. Tyler's hit did not clear the tape. Checking back in as the Tigers got the point. They were missing a point, and that was the problem. So 19-13 on the scoreboard now. Slide put across by Reagan Wheeler, going to come back to the backside. Big swing by Nail. Popped up off the block by the Tigers. Set outside. Reagan Wheeler, big swing. Blocked down, popped up by Wheeler. Can they keep it in play? No. And the stuffed block on the outside by number 5, Peyton Heltenberg, and number 9, Emily Nail. Pierce to serve, 20 for the Eaton Reds, 13 for the Tigers. And that goes right through the hands of Shaylin Burkholder, the sophomore. And blackjack once again for the Reds at 21-13. You get the ace, you get the blackjack. That's a winner-winner chicken dinner right there. Tigers got to find a way to claw back into this, or this match is over if this set is won by the Reds. Going to go to the far side. Alex Master off the block, and then put down by Tyler Chrisman at the net. Nice job by Tyler to get up there and recognize that it was going to get close to the net. Pops it down, cuts the lead to 7, and gives herself the serve. Tyler goes back line, popped up, not well, and give her the ace as Courtney Lockey couldn't play it. Tyler back to serve again. They've cut it to 6 at 21-15. Nice serve, backline Pierce. Pass to the front, bump set to the far side. Emily Nail with the tip, nobody home. (22-15). She'll give herself the serve. Nail serves from the near side of the court. Little jump serve down the middle. Popped up by Wheeler. Going to go to the far side and then back to the middle. Alex Masters' attempt dug in the back row by Lockie. The set going to go all the way to the far side. Reagan Wheeler off the block and down. Nice job, Reagan Wheeler. Reagan's got a handful on the night. Checking in for the libero, Alexis Bowler on the front line is going to be Shayla Klein. And Reagan Wheeler to serve. 22-16. Tigers down by 6. And give her an ace. As unable to play it was Courtney Lockie. A couple of errors on Lockie in a row, and that has been uncharacteristic of her tonight. Tigers within 5. Wheeler serves into the net. She'll come out. Jamie Sheldon checks in on the back line. Going back to serve is the freshman, Caden Rexis. Rexis dribbling it, ready to go. Big toss, big swing. Nice serve, popped up by Tyler Chrisman. Go to the far side. Shayla Klein tools one off the block, dug up, and then the joust won by the Tigers, popped back up by the Reds. Outside of the block, put down on the Lockie attempt, back to Lockie. Now another block, but out as it comes off of Masters and goes out of bounds. Set point and match point for the Eaton Reds at 24-17. Rexis, big serve into the net. (24-18). Tigers trail by 6 here, but the big thing is the 24. They've got to stave off all of these set points. Set going to come to the near side, and missing the hit this time was Courtney Lockie. She has not missed much tonight. Serve far side, popped up by Shoemaker. Set to the far side, off the block, passed up by Shoemaker, and put back down by Kinsey Chrisman. Tigers have reached the 20 mark, 24-20. They've staved off 2 set points here. Pierce going to pass to the front. Set comes near side. Lockie ends it right there on a big kill. So the Sterling Tigers going to fall in 4 tonight, as the Eaton Reds take 3 in a row after losing the first set. We'll be back to talk about this match and what's coming up for the Sterling Tigers right after this. You're listening to 1230 KSTC. You're watching on Chassa.tv, ColoradoPreps.tv, and YouTube.com. This is a big-time small-town production.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as VW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not according to Colorado. Here, 1 1 plus 1 out of 2 free. Because our personal free checking and personal free collections give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free candy pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So you're in for free. Apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 plus 1 equals free. BOC equal housing lender.
Get your DVD copies of the adventure theme live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Lyko, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. Don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with the purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Erdl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity like an iPhone presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says that you got tickets to the big game, can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Vero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Vero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Vero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Kellogg Ewing Levy.
And welcome back to Wally Post Gymnasium. I'm Michael Murphy on 1230 KSTC. And the Sterling Tigers fall to the Eaton Reds. Eaton, the one of the class acts in the Patriot League, and they came in and showed why they were 14-4 on the season after losing the first set. Tigers looked pretty comfortable in set number 1, but the last 3 sets dominated by the Eaton Reds. The Sterling Tigers with a lot of unforced errors and just did not play the caliber of volleyball that they played earlier in the week. And the Eaton Reds exploited every mistake that Sterling made, and it didn't hurt that they had a hitter on the other side on the Reds. That Courtney Lockey, the sophomore, unofficially I have her for 17 kills on the night, and not only 17 kills, she had 6 aces on the night. Just a fabulous performance by Courtney Lockey tonight for the Reds. And the Sterling Tigers just unable to come up to the task tonight. They lose in 4. Want to name our shining performance and reliable players of the game. And, of course, our post-game report always brought to you by Nelson Financial. Plan for retirement. Visit with Joel at Nelson Financial at 206 Main Street in Sterling. Better to plan and not need it than to need it and not have a plan. The Sterling Tigers falling 25-23. Or taking the first set 25-23 and then falling 25-18, 25-12, and 25-20. And the shining performance of the contest brought to you by Dr. Robert Patton. He's been making the smiles of every athlete shine for more than 30 years. Proud to do just that. Your smile will shine as bright as tonight's shining performer of the contest with Dr. Robert Patton, a proud supporter of every athletes and their smiles. And our shining performance of the contest tonight, Tyler Chrisman led the Tigers with 7 kills. She had a couple stuffed blocks, an ace, and she is our shining performer of the night. Tyler doing a nice job for Sterling tonight. And the reliable player of the game brought to you by Reliable Plumbing. Give George a call at 522-5592. You got plumbing or heating problems, he's called Reliable for a reason. He's been reliable for us, naming more than 2,000 athletes as reliable players of the game since 2005. Thank you, George, for being so reliable. So don't forget, if you have heating or plumbing problems, give him a call at 522-5592. And our reliable player of the game, not hard to pick that out. I talked about her all night. 5'10" sophomore outside hitter Courtney Lockey, a co-captain for the Eaton Reds. 17 kills on the night, 6 aces. I've got her down for 4 stuff blocks. She was everywhere tonight for the Eaton Reds as they win here in Sterling 3-1. Well, it was fun. I hope you guys had a great time. Thursday night volleyball. We'll have football tomorrow night as the Sterling Tigers will take on, can't even remember. That's bad. I'm having a mental moment here as the Tigers will play tomorrow night at home. Then I'll have softball for the Sterling Lady Tigers on Saturday as the Sterling Tigers trying to fight their way into the playoffs. If they beat Ray at noon, they will turn around. They're in the state tournament if they beat Ray at noon on Saturday, and they'll turn around and play Burlington, I believe, at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Fort Lupton coming in tomorrow night. That's who Sterling's playing. Fort Lupton. Talked to Coach Bowder tonight, and he said that a very physical team. Fort Lupton's a very physical team. Tigers going to have to bring their physicality in an A game tomorrow. Tigers on a 2-game winning streak and would like to see their chances improve in going to the postseason in the Patriot League in football. Well, folks, happy you had a great time of volleyball on Thursday night. I want to thank the fans out there. I want to thank Deb back on the board, keeping me on the straight and narrow. Definitely want to thank, to my left here, Roger running the computer, keeping everything going on the video side for us tonight. And thank you out there for listening. Hope you have a great night. I'm Michael Murphy. Talk to you later.
You're clear.
All right, Deb, have a good night.
Thank you.